Hey there, Homebodies. It's Wendi from the Homebody Hub, and I certainly did miss all of you this week. May is a busy month for us with my youngest graduating from high school and just, you know, on top of all the daily things that we all do. So today I am bringing y'all a supersized Saturday, supersized Saturday Dollar Tree haul. I have found some amazing things. So no more talking from me and Peanut. The other two are over here. Let's get into this supersized Saturday Dollar Tree haul. All right, so let's just get into it. I'm gonna put Peanut over here. Before I forget, because I get carried away sometimes and I get very excited about, I feel like I'm sitting on a remote control. You ever do that? I don't know. Anyway, before I get into this haul, I get excited when I'm showing you all the products and I can't wait to show you all the new finds, but I forget to thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that. Please hit the bell so you know every time I put up a video. With summer coming, I plan on amping it up and getting 2 to 3 videos a week out. I'm very excited about that. Adding 2 Dollar Tree hauls, and then my third being something a little bit different just to kind of test the water and see what you guys like. And so I'm making a commitment to all of y'all right now on this video that I'm going to do that. Hit the bell so you know every time I put up a video. Don't forget to give me a like and keep on commenting, because I have got all my wonderful, faithful people that watch me, and I just love the back and forth that we have. So anyway, let's get into this haul. Okay, so I've got my lap full and my little table over here, and I'm going to start with just good practical items that we all can use. And these were all, at least new to me, new finds. So let's start with this mitt here. I could not believe it when I saw it. So here it is, and it's got your silicone here, and it's just a nice cloth fabric here. And the name brand, it says silicone oven glove, heat and steam resistant, protects hand while working near oven, stove, or grill. So they had different colors. They had this gray, they had a pinkish kind of red, and a really pretty like, it wasn't like a baby blue, it wasn't a navy blue, somewhere in the middle, but almost like a country blue, kind of like back in the day, I would have called it a country blue. But I went with this gray because you just can't go wrong with gray. And I don't know where we will use it, but for $1.25, this is a steal, and it's a great thing to have. So I was very excited to find this. Just maybe 2 days ago, I found it. And then speaking of mitts, I got another one of these dusting mitts because the one that I picked up before, I did not pay attention to the size, and it was a large, and I can still use it, but like dropping things. I can still use it, but I wanted something that would fit a little bit better. And so they had small, medium, and large at a store that I went to. So I grabbed the medium. It's going to be a better fit for me. And I love these. I can't have enough of these. And I've washed them and dried them, and they're fantastic. The only thing I'd recommend is not to use any sort of like fabric softener or fabric sheets on these. You want them to be able to really pick up the dust and not be coated with anything unless you put a cleaner, on your furniture. So, or baseboards or whatever it is you're doing. So love these. And look, I always see them on the plastic strips in the cleaning section, and just kind of dig through them and see if you can find multiple sizes, because that's what I did. So I grabbed this. And then I grabbed 2 of these ice cube trays. I saw these last year and I did not get them, and I kind of kicked myself for it, and I wished I would have gotten them after the fact. But I think they're pretty genius. At least at my stores, they come in this white and this blue here. And what I think is so cool about them is you've got this little top here that you pop, and you just put this, turn your water on. The water goes right in there. Close it up, and then put it in the freezer for whatever it is you want to do. You want to do, fruit, like, a fruit type ice cube to put in drinks. You want to do, a lot of people make a broth and they freeze and they have the cubes, and that way when they're ready to make something, they have it in the freezer ready to go in cubes. You name it, whatever it is you want to do. This takes the headache out of going to the freezer, right? You guys know that feeling from back in the day, all of us my age and older, like, if you didn't have an ice maker, you did your ice cubes this way. So, and then of course, whenever you're ready to take out your whatever it is you make. You can, you know, pop the whole thing off here. But as you can see, it's got a very, oh my goodness, is this a tight lid? They really don't want this to spill, do they? There we go. That is actually pretty impressive, I have to say. So the only time you have to take this whole lid off is when you're ready to take the frozen item out. So I thought it was great. I got 2, 1 each color. And also in terms of practical items, these, I thought, when I saw this, now, okay, Dollar Tree has had an abundance of these types of products, I feel like lately. But this one, okay, I love I don't know what you want to call it, a dish towel or a dish rag, I guess, a smaller towel in my kitchen. I have a stack of them that I use for cleaning, and I love them instead of going through a bunch of paper towels, because I'm telling you, the way I grew up, paper towels are a luxury. And I joke with my mom and I say, like, you know, now we're just environmentally friendly, you know, like all of us, we want to do good by the earth and by the environment. And so we don't want to be wasteful with all kinds of paper products that we can't use multiple times. I don't know if you know, my parents were thinking about that and my grandparents were thinking about that. Instead, it was just being resourceful and being conservative. I think that's a good word, conservative. So, and hey, if you benefit the environment, that's even better, right? So anyway, my point is, after all of that, this is so cool, because if you look at the picture there, you can see on the one side, you put whatever it is, your sponge, your cleaning brush, whatever it is you need to put there. But then it has this little handy little, what do you call that? A little, just like a little hanger, a little hook kind of deal, loop, for your dish rag. I love that, or whatever it is you'd want to hang from there. But I think it's really cool. And then you know what? I'm just going to open this to show y'all real quick instead of showing you the picture. I almost put this in the sink the other day, and I was like, no, gotta wait, show it in the video. So here's the deal. I don't have scissors, but I'll show y'all essentially what it is, but because I'm not prepared with scissors over here. Dang it. But so here's your sponge part. I can't think. Suction cup to this, you know, for the side of the little wall part. You know, obviously you're going to have a 2-part sink, I would think, for this to work. If you can figure out another way, let me know. This hangs over the middle, and then this little part, you know, you pop it out and hang your towel, or if you have a brush that you use, I have a dish brush as well, you know, you can hang it, whatever. I just think it's cool. My store had them in gray, black, and white. I went with white and I went with black because I have 2 different spots that I can use these in my house. Love them. And it says sink caddy, sponges, cloths, brushes, and more. And it's not a Dollar Tree product. So it makes me wonder, is this a Family Dollar? Is this Bed Bath & Beyond? You know, where are they getting this? I don't know. So I was very excited about that. Then more practical items. Here we go. Tape. My husband, his side job when he's not teaching graphic design, he is a designer, and he has a studio that he has put up in our backyard, and he takes on jobs that he mainly does. That boy's living the dream. He does concerts for bands, and usually it's bands that he likes. So not that he only does for them, but it's really cool when a band that he really likes reaches out to him and says, hey, will you do a concert poster for me? He just did an Avett Brothers one, Wood Brothers, all the brothers, for a Saturday night show. It's actually coming up. He's done Spafford. He's done, I don't know. I can't even remember right now. But he's done a lot of really cool gig posters. So my point is, he has to use tape like this whenever he is taping down his films for his screen printing. So this one caught my eye at one store, and I just thought, that's cool. I got like 5 of them. They had a ton. It was $1.25, and you get 110 yards of this. And that is really good, because I know when I buy him like the multi-pack at Sam's Club, it's not even close to breaking down to $1.25 a piece. And then before I found this, and this is called Extra Tough, Extra Strong shipping tape. And I only got 55 yards with this one. I mean, I think it looks like good tape, but obviously, I mean, look, that's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? But I did get them both at Dollar Tree, and they're both a good value, but this is absolutely outstanding. Outstanding. He was so excited that I found this. So very excited about that. And then I grabbed, this is foam mounting tape by Jot. And they may have always had this, and I just haven't really paid attention. I have a project I'm working on that I want to try this on. So it's double-sided, double face, and this you get 14 feet, 0.75 inches by 14 feet on that one there. And then this I thought was very cool. It's foam mounting squares, and they're double-sided, double face. So, and they're 0.98 inches by 0.98 inches. So I don't know if this might have always been there and I just wasn't looking for it. You know what I'm saying? So grab that. And then I had everything stored in this, and this is just a cool little pot that I found. It's kind of a new design that I haven't seen, and it's the self-watering type with the tray here attached at the bottom. And I just like the color, and it's just a basic. And I plan on actually sowing some seeds and seeing how they take. And I got the seeds at Dollar Tree. All right, so I found my seeds. And y'all, these seeds are 4 for $1.25. And I want to say it's like 31 cents a pack. I think if my math is correct, because it's really funny because I go to a store that has self-checkout, and it's, you know, $1.25, $1.25, $1.25, you know, everything. And then I scanned this and it was like 31 cents, 31 cents. So a lot of people were looking around like, what's 31 cents? And I was like, it's the seeds. So I'm excited to try these. I didn't get any veggies. I should have, but I can't take that on this year. I'm just making the yard prettier right now. So I got, this is called Gypsophila. Here it is. I may not be pronouncing that correct. So I'm going to actually do this today. And so I'm going to start some in pots, and then there's a few I'm just going to put right in the ground and see how it goes. So I got that one. I got 2 of those. And then I got bachelor buttons because I just think they're so pretty. And they're also called Blue Boys. So I got those as well. And then I got Elysium or Elysium. I don't know. Carpet of Snow. That one. I think they would be really pretty fillers, a lot of these, like to make, you know, live arrangements. And this, oh my goodness, I'm going to probably butcher this. Helichrysum or Helichrysum. I don't know. Tall double mixed colors, it says. That one. And then this is easy, Forget-Me-Nots, which I love. And then I just got some good old lavender. Now, I did some seeds maybe 2 years ago, and I have to tell you, they were struggling a little bit last year, and this year they're coming up and they're so pretty. And I can't remember what some of them are, but they are very pretty. I put them in little pots around the backyard. So let me know if you've done any of the seeds. How's it worked for you? I can't imagine that it's not going to work. If I just follow the directions, it doesn't seem that difficult. So we'll see. I'll let y'all know how it goes. Okay, 2 more things in like the practical type, you know, deal, I guess, you know, practical items that you can always use around the house. Okay, so to get 2 LED bulbs, and these are like the flood bulbs. These are the ones that, you know, are great for like, you know, your recess lighting, the can lights, you know, that you have, or wherever you can use them, really. But these are awesome. They're not glass, they're plastic. But what's cool about these is they are the smart bulbs, and they work with Bluetooth. Now, will I be using them that way? Probably not. We went through that a while back where we were trying to like set up everything in the house, and it was okay, but sometimes it's just more of a headache than it's worth. Y'all feel me on that? I don't know. I just think, just flip a switch on. Just use a switch. I don't need to like tell my command center over there that starts with an A, Alexa. I don't need to tell her to turn on my lights. I just don't. But for a while we were doing that, thinking it was cool. But to get 2 LED bulbs, it's 770 lumens, and it's a 9-watt bulb. And these are supposed to last a long time. So I really was excited, and I don't know if I said this, it's Sylvania. It's a name brand. So to get to, I mean, I think the Dollar Tree bulbs are a great value. When you can get a 2-pack for $1.25, even one for $1.25 is great. But to get a name brand of 2 and their Bluetooth capability is pretty outstanding. There were 2 boxes left at my store. I got them both. So very excited about that. I hope y'all can find them too if you're interested. And then this is definitely a new product to me. And y'all, this is the kind of stuff I love, because the idea of something leaking and I don't know that something's leaking, and then all of a sudden we've got like water damage is just, it just completely freaks me out. Or like we have a closet that's damp and then I go to pull out a coat and it smells all moldy. I don't like that. So this is a moisture detection strip. It says detect and measure, and there's 5 strips on there by Damprid. And let's see what it says. Let's see, many homes struggle with excess humidity and dampness in the air if left untreated. It can lead to musty odors, moisture damage, mold, and mildew. While moisture levels vary based on climate and temperature in your home, humidity should be kept below 60%, with 30% to 50% being the optimal range. So these strips measure the level of humidity in the air, helping you identify areas where excess moisture is a problem. So you guys can do your own research on it, but I just thought it seemed like a very handy thing to have. And you get 5 strips in here, and they're disposable, obviously. So there's that. More goodies. Here we go. In the garden section, I've got these little lanterns that I think are so cute. I grabbed a couple of these last year and they looked so cute outside, and I hung them on some branches and they just light up at night and they're so pretty. So I grabbed a few of these, and I love that kind of that etching on there. My only advice would be a few of them were loose up here and they were just popping off. So just check them to make sure that they're on there nice and tight. However, you do have to like pull that tab. So I don't know. But anyway, I think they're great. And this is just kind of a random assortment here. I grabbed this little, it's a craft box from Crafter Square on the craft aisle. And I'm not 100% what I will do with this. I don't know. I think, honestly, it'd be really cool to like organize vitamins or medication. You know, obviously for crafts, you can put all kinds of little what have yous in there. You can take these out and use them for a different purpose and just use the little dividers. What I'm noticing, I didn't realize this when I bought it. Oh, you can take these out. Oh, now that's very cool. You can take these little dividers out and change it up. I love that. So you can take out all these dividers. That's a great design. Let me know what you would use this for. What would you do with this? You know, because again, I'm thinking of like what multi-purpose ways, multi-uses that we could use this. So let me know. I just thought it was a cool little thing. So I got that, just one. And then, I mean, who doesn't need Bob Ross boxer briefs? Am I right? I got these for myself to sleep in. So there was only one pair, it's a medium, and I got them. They're very, very soft. I mean, I may regret it. I don't know. But they're funny. Here, let's open it and see what they actually look like. I have my Bob Ross socks also. So I could be quite a sight with my Dollar Tree Bob Ross socks and my Bob Ross boxers. I just got to find a t-shirt. There they are. There they are. Oh, they're great for sleeping. This is perfect. And they don't open, which I really love. These are totally made for girls. They are. And look, yeah, look at the sizing. That's a medium. That looks kind of big to me. So I'm really excited that I bought these. I was kind of like, this is silly, but I wanted to show y'all. So I got them. And then I grabbed, I mean, who can't use a good shaper? This is a capri shaper to just sleek you out, make you nice and smooth. Under a garment. So yeah, I mean, maybe you could even wear these as, I don't know, with like a big like button down over it. I'm not really sure how sheer they are, but it says comfort flex waistband, no visible panty lines, flexible leg bands adjust to comfortably fit various lengths. And they're Hanes. And that was $1.25 right by my Bob Ross boxers. They were hanging right there. And they only had a large. And let's see, if you look at on the back, large is 5'10" to 5'11", and the weight range is 145 to 205. So that should work for me. So yeah, I grabbed that and I thought that was a great find. And then I grabbed this. This to me is genius. This is a build your own pack. It's a build your own ice pack. Okay. And what you get is you get these cubes. I bought 2 of these, 2 different packages. You get these little cubes here and you freeze them. You guys, I'm sure, are familiar with the ice packs. So you can freeze, and you can also heat this as well. But what you do is you then attach them together. And that's the part that I'm trying to figure out. How do we attach them? I'm thinking I need to pull off this because that's I thought maybe the snaps would line up here because I was messing around with it before I did the video, and they don't line up just right. So, and it's probably very simple, and I looked and there's no instructions on how to connect them. If y'all know, let me know. What am I missing? I'm thinking maybe these caps here, these caps have to come off here. There's like maybe a little cap here. I mean, I guess if I broke it, it wouldn't be the end of the world because I've got more. But anyway, what am I missing? Why won't it work? But it tells you different things you can do with them. You get 6 of these squares, and you know, it tells you, like, you know, build it for your body, whatever you need. So it says here for your forehead, say you have a headache and you just want to put it on your forehead, or maybe someone is, has a high fever and you want to cool them down. Obviously you wouldn't want it to be frozen, but cool. It's 2 packs. So you would attach 2 packs, and it's called apparel. You would attach the 2 packs however you attach them, and then you could put it on your forehead. And then it says, like, for your wrist, it'd be 3 packs. For your ankle, it'd be 4 packs. And then for your shoulder, it'd be 6 packs. And then if you can find 2 of these, you could actually make a large pack for your back or to wrap around your knee, whatever you might need. I think it's super smart. But obviously, I'm not that smart right now because I can't figure it out. So I have tried every which way. And the only thing I can figure is you got to pop that off. I don't know. If y'all have gotten these and you know how to do it, let me know. But I think I'm just missing something very simple, obviously. I should have Googled it. That's what I should have done. That's what I'll do. I'll Google it. But anyway, snap packs together to fit any body part. I think this is so smart, and it's reusable, and I just think it's genius. All right, then I found a few more new items. I don't know if Dollar Tree always has these. Now, we are not drinkers in this house, but I just wanted to buy this because I can pass it along to someone or figure out some other way to use it. But it's a shaker, like a cocktail shaker. And I thought for $1.25, it was in the party section. I'm like, it's very well made, first of all. And you've got this, to measure. And then this pops off, and then, you've got the little strainer there, and right? Makes you think of, was it James Bond, shaken, not stirred, he'd always say. But yeah, I just think this is very cool, and it's very well made. This is not cheap feeling at all. So in the party section, I think it's great. If you're going to be entertaining and want something like this, this is an awesome find, I think. And then I finally found, I've been looking for these, the BioPure portable soap sheets. And y'all, when I first saw someone haul these, I thought, well, I don't know why I would really need that. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, oh my gosh, I go into, like, if I'm on a road trip, there's a lot of times I'll go into a public restroom and they'll be out of soap, or just it's always better to try to wash your hands than use hand sanitizer. Of course, hand sanitizer is wonderful if you don't have soap and water. But I just think these are actually pretty cool the more I thought about it. So I got the 2 different ones. They had fresh scent and they had coconut scent. And I haven't tried them yet, but I was very excited to find them. My store had tons of them hanging on plastic strips. And I plan on I'm thinking next week, I'm going to do a favorites travel finds, because I know a lot of people might be getting ready to go on some summer trips, summer vacations, or just going to visit family. And Dollar Tree is the spot to go. No matter where you're going, you can find so many amazing things for your travel needs. And these will definitely be featured in that video. So I was very excited to find them. And I grabbed, because I think I was mentioning the other day that I did not put chapstick with an SPF on when I went outside to do yard work, and my lips were burnt by the end of the day. So I got the Chap Ice with the SPF 15. I was hoping to find higher than 15, but I could not find it. So if they make it, let me know, but this is all I could find. And I found a 3-pack for $1.25. I thought that was very good. And I also found more of these amazing makeup sponges. And that's what they're calling them, makeup sponges. So a lot of times they're called blenders and whatever. But anyway, they're the Basic with the Z. And I bought these last year and I love them. I use them for all kinds of things. I've actually used them to craft with for painting, and they're really good. So I was excited to find more of those. And then I bought this. I'm not sure who's going to be using it. It won't be me, but maybe one of the boys with their hair or my husband. But it's Rusk. I use Rusk a product when I get out of the shower and I put in like my leave-in conditioner. But I use a product by Rusk called Wired, and I love it because it's like a styling lotion where my hair won't look kind of crispy and crunchy with my curls. But this is called Rusk Pro, and Rusk is not cheap is my point. It's a gloss wax, and maybe Wyatt will want it for his mustache. I don't know. But I grabbed it and I thought it's sealed, but someone could probably use that at my house. So they were getting a lot of name brand hair items, I'm noticing. And then I found another tongue scraper. This time it's stainless steel, which is amazing, from the Smile brand. I love their packaging. It's so cute. So I grabbed one of those. And then I should have done this whenever I did the makeup sponges, but I got this. It's Believe Beauty. It's a powder brush. Look at that. All they had was powder brushes. They had a big old basket of them at my store. And I don't know what Believe Beauty is. I have absolutely no idea. Distributed by Mesa LLC, New York, New York. I don't know. Believe Beauty. Someone thought maybe it was like Drew Barrymore. Someone said that, but oh, it's stuck in there. It must be taped. Her brand is Flower Beauty, which I do like as well. And sometimes you'll see it at Dollar Tree. But anyway, I thought that looked like a great find for $1.25. And lastly, in this part, I grabbed these Citronella Buggable bracelets. Now, I did see someone haul a 3-pack of these, and I was like, what? But I still think, $1.25 is good. Now, the only thing I'm looking at here is, I don't know, it says 1 band and a resealable bag, $1.25, one size fits most, citronella scent, easy to use. How long do they last though? I don't know. Do y'all know? I don't know how long, like how many uses do you get? Like when it stops smelling like citronella, do you replace it? I don't know. Because our yard we seem to be getting a lot of mosquitoes, I feel like right now. And we've had a lot of rain though, so that could be why. So, because I know they love moisture. But anyway, I've never tried this, so we'll try it and see how it goes. And lastly, I found the Prime packets. I don't know if I've talked about this or not. Can't remember because sometimes I cover so many things. But I found the strawberry watermelon, and you get 3 packs for $1.25. I found this at one store. And then at a different store, I found the blue raspberry. And then I went to a store yesterday, and these are all in Rock Hill where I live, in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And then I found the lemonade. And my boys have tried the blue raspberry and the strawberry watermelon, and they said they taste great. They like them. They have not tried this yet because I just brought these home. But every store I went to, like I said, one had one flavor, one had another, but they had a lot in stock. So I thought that was pretty good. I also bought some Alani drinks, which I don't normally buy. My son's girlfriend likes Alani, and he does too. And they were telling me, like, if they stop at a QT or any kind of like convenience store like that they're like $3 a can at least. And so my local Dollar Tree always has them. Lots of different flavors for $1.25. They couldn't get over that. They thought that was just a steal. So just FYI in terms of energy and that kind of stuff, energy drinks. These are actually hydration sticks though. All 3 of these, hydration. So no caffeine in those. And then I grabbed some of these gloves, and I'm going to open them with y'all because all they had was medium at my store, so that works for me. And I'm just curious to see what kind of gloves they are because I'm like, $200 per box. I'm thinking they're the kind like food service maybe. I don't think they're like snug, but gosh, here's my deal for color and hair, for cleaning. Oh, are you kidding me? These are great. They fit perfect. When I'm cleaning a toilet and I'm grossed out, here we go. I mean, y'all know what that's like. And if I'm using this to clean the toilet, I don't want to reuse them. Is that wasteful? It might be, but I want to just pitch them when I'm done. I just do. So yeah, you get 200 in the box. Aberdeen is the brand. What's cool is they're ambidextrous. That's cool. And then they're powder-free, allergen-free, latex-free. Y'all, this is a good find. This is very good. So I'm very excited because I'm the only one that would wear them, and the medium fits my hand perfect. So just so you know, if you see them and you see mediums and you have a hand, you know, I don't know. I guess my hand's an average lady size hand. I'm not really sure. It's funny how my boys will talk about how they'll, like, if they're out playing basketball with their buddies, they'll look and see like each other's hands, like who can like, what do they call it? Like palm the ball, like just grab it like that, you know? But I don't think as women, we are checking out each other's hands so much. Maybe as we get older, because I know that's a big sign of like aging, how your hands look, but size, probably not. I wouldn't think so. Anyway, on that note, thank you for joining me for this super size Saturday Dollar Tree haul. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'd love to have you become part of the Homebody Hub. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget, there is no place like home, especially when you are a homebody like me. I've been home for the last 2 days and I have loved it so much. I mean, did my Dollar Tree run early, but truly it's like right in my neighborhood. I could almost walk. It's so close. And I've been home ever since, and I'm not leaving today. Maybe not even tomorrow. We'll see. I don't think so. So hope you have a great weekend. No place like home, and I'll see y'all Wednesday. All right? Bye.